to start a Q&A video? I can't use my usual intro. It would be so random. How do other people do it? Well, like, what do I say? I can go like, hello everyone, and welcome back to GreenPillTV. I'm Kathy. Today we're watching what? We're watching. You are gonna watch a Q&A video. You are gonna. That's my intro, guys. You are gonna watch my. Hello everyone, and welcome back to GreenPillTV. I am Katya, and today we are watching nothing. We don't watch anything. Please don't leave. This is a Q&A video. Okay, jokes aside, if you're not interested, you can absolutely leave. It is fine. I forgive you. So in case you missed it, I recently decided to do my very first Q&A video, and people submitted questions on my Instagram. That was the initial goal, but I got questions on YouTube and on Patreon as well. So I collected everything, and hopefully I'm gonna manage to answer all your questions. I'm gonna keep my answers short. Liar. Because surprisingly, I got way more questions than what I initially thought, but thankfully, some of them are quite similar, so it would be a bit quicker for me to answer everything. And yeah, I'm gonna keep my answer short because I don't want an 1 hour video, and you know me, if I start talking, I'll never stop. So yeah, I'm actually so excited for this, and I'm glad that I didn't got any like weird or unhinged questions. I got some weird questions, but just not as weird as I was worried. So, and some of your questions, y'all cracked me up. Like, you're gonna say what I'm talking about because, of course, I checked the questions already to say where we are. People have similar questions to say it. So, yes. Okay, we're gonna start with the first question, which is So, first question is thoughts on the nose ring theory. Your choice if you want to answer or not. Yeah, I will absolutely answer that. I wasn't aware of any nose ring theory. I had to Google it when you submitted the question. No, I absolutely do not believe in a nose ring theory. Guys, if you don't know what the nose ring theory is, just Google it. For me, no, I do not believe it at all. Like, I don't feel the need to even elaborate on that. It's just, no. Okay, that was quicker than I thought. Lovely. We are doing great already. I'm filming for 5 minutes and I have answered one question. Okay. Next question. Oh, that's gonna be a long answer. I'm sorry in advance. What do you usually do in your day-to-day life, Greenpill? Do you have any hobbies to pass the time besides video reactions? Yes. I am afraid I unfortunately have too many hobbies sometimes to the point that just 24 hours are not enough. So I end up occasionally like forgetting a hobby of mine because I don't have time. Yes, besides the video reactions, I also draw. I studied animation and illustration, but I have to admit the drawing kind of went out of the window when I started doing reactions because it's very time consuming. But I'm happy to report that I started drawing again, which makes me very happy. And I will share more of my drawings soon, not on YouTube, I mean, on Instagram and stuff. I also really like cleaning. Yes, I consider this a hobby, like it's a whole ass ritual for me. I like to keep my house clean and tidy. It just makes my mood. It's not like a chore or anything like that. Like, I love doing it, including like decluttering, reorganizing, redecorating, anything to do with the house. I love doing it. I also have a lot of plants. You can see some of them in my background, but I have way more. I like taking care of my plants, doing propagations, repotings and stuff. It brings me so much joy. It's one of my favorite activities, and to a point that I'm getting pretty good at this. Like, finally, because at the amount of plants I killed. Oh, poor plants! You have no idea. Other hobbies, I like collecting trinkets and stuff, and do like charity shop treasure hunting, and going to like relic stores, antique stores, charity shops, as I already told you, and just looking for like all the interesting stuff that were undervalued, and like the amount of treasures I bought for like 2 pounds. It's insane to me. Like, it gives me so much thrill. It's one of my favorite activities, just collecting trinkets and vintage stuff. Like, I love doing that. Other hobbies, I do read, not as much as I would like nowadays, due again to limited time. But yeah, I used to read pretty much daily. Now it's more occasional, but I'd still consider it a hobby of mine, because I actually love doing that when I find the time and energy. I also game, but I am not actually a gamer. I'm gonna tell you why. So I play games pretty much daily, but like a couple of them. That's it. For years now. Like, I'm not trying any new games. I'm not gonna tell you what games I'm playing, because you're gonna mock me so much. Okay, so next question. What is your accent? You sound Russian to me. My accent is Greek, because I'm Greek. But funny thing is, my mom is actually Russian Ukrainian, but like, I'm barely familiar with the language. Like, I grew up in Greece. I went to Greek school. I mostly grew up with my dad, so I don't think that my Russian Ukrainian heritage influenced my accent. But now that you asked that, that could be the case, and I never noticed, because until a certain age, I was speaking Russian too, like casually with my mom. So maybe Russian indeed influenced my accent, and I never noticed. I always thought I had very like thick Greek accent, and that's about it. But I don't know. You make me wonder if that's the case. Actually, if people think that I sound Russian, maybe I low-key do. Wow. Okay. That was quick. Next question. What type of shows and movies do you prefer? Do you watch horror movies? Have you ever watched an anime before? What about famous shows like Breaking Bad? What are your opinions on shows like that? Okay, many questions. Guys, this is gonna be the task a 1 hour video. I am so sorry. I'm gonna edit as much as I can out, guys. So let's answer the first part of the questions. What type of, you can see the smoke from my mouth, can't you? What type of shows and movies do you prefer? I'm actually very open to most genres, but I'd say my favorite genres are like drama, fantasy, supernatural, and in general, I prefer anything that doesn't remind me of the current world and current era. Like, I love watching period dramas, or like dystopian worlds, like The Walking Dead is a dystopian world, or Arcane. Like, I love this kind of shows. Same applies to movies as well. Do you watch horror movies? Well, I used to watch a lot of horror movies as a teen. I wouldn't say it's my favorite genre, because I don't really get scared. Like, I end up feeling usually bored. But I'm open. Like, I've watched horror recently as well, and I pretty much enjoyed it. It's not my go-to anymore. Have you ever watched anime? Yes, I was a huge anime fan actually. I think I grew out of it. I watched like a crazy amount of anime, some very well known, like One Piece, Dragon Ball, Death Note, Mirai Nikki, Elfen Lied, and some less well known that I'm not gonna even say names, because I'm looking ashamed of my choices. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. What about famous shows like Breaking Bad? I haven't watched Breaking Bad, and it's the most requested series by far on my channel. That's all I'm gonna say for now. Okay. What are your opinions on shows like that? Yes, absolutely. I am not one of the people that would say, "Oh, a show is very well known and popular, so I won't watch it." I'm not this kind of pick me. I do not. I absolutely would watch something that's very famous, very popular, beloved by everyone. Absolutely, I would go for it. I don't mind. Yes, I watch often shows that are not mainstream, like at all, but I also watch and watched in the past like, many popular shows. Yes, I think I answered all the sections of this, all the questions from this comment. So we can go to the next one. What's your favorite movie? You are killing me, guys. Many people ask me like, my top 5 movies and series or my favorite movie. It's so difficult to answer, y'all, because I watched a lot of stuff and there are so many films and series that are so close to my heart. But also it depends the period of my life, like what's my mood lately, what do I want to watch or rewatch. So it depends. And do you want me to choose one movie and one series? You are fucking killing me right now. Okay, I'm actually gonna tell you the first movie and series that popped in my mind when I wrote the question. I'm not sure if they are actually hello, Kajil. If they're actually my all-time favorite, but I'm gonna go with my first thought. So when it comes to movies, first movie I thought was Girl Interrupted. It's a brilliant movie. I've seen it at least 5 times, at least. Favorite series? Damn. Um, that's a more tricky one because I'm more of a series girl. I can't choose only one. Right now, the first two I thought was The Walking Dead and Arcane. Arcane is an animated series. If you haven't watched Arcane, I beg you, do go and watch Arcane. Okay, and I indeed managed to somehow answer the question, which I'm pretty sure I will regret later because I will think like 10 different movies that I'd prefer to name as my favorite, as my all-time favorite one, but oh well. Do you have a show that you like to watch off camera? Guys, before I started doing reactions, I thought that reactors never watch anything like off camera because of, first of all, it's time consuming, but second of all, like why not film it and profit from it? Then I realized it takes so much work to edit the videos and to sit down and film actually. And I realized that, like myself, probably all reactors watch stuff behind the scenes. Right now, I'm actually watching Outlander. I also just started watching with my boyfriend The Fall of the House of Usher. Oh, I feel like that's not exactly the title, but you know what I mean. But yes, I do watch stuff, series and movies as well. If you weren't a YouTuber, what would you have been? I don't know, unemployed. I'm gonna give you two answers here, one realistic and one idealistic. The realistic answer would be probably customer service, which is what I used to do before YouTube. My last job was at Holland Barrett and I was doing customer service. So probably something like that. The idealistic version would be that if I wasn't a YouTuber, I would be a character artist. As I mentioned already, I studied animation and illustration. So I would love to do either character design, storyboarding, not animation though, it's too hard. And I'm not that good at it. So yeah, something like that. Okay. That's a very interesting question. So the question is, your political and social consciousness shine through brightly, and as such, how important is your morality and basic life philosophy in your creative endeavors? Like art, reactions, and whatnot. That's a great question that actually made me think when I first read it. How do you put this? So we live in a climate that opinions, either political or social, are met with either lots of praise or lots of hate. I don't see anything in between nowadays. So sometimes I feel a bit reluctant to share my views on specific matters, but if you're here for quite some time now, you know, like as the commenter says, I can't really hide my beliefs. Like, even though I'm not trying to not be political per se, but I'm just trying not to make it too heavy because people tend to not listen when you're being preachy. So I want to avoid that because when I state my political or social views, I would like people to at least listen. So I try not to be preachy, but I often can't hide my views and I can't shut my mouth. And that will come through both in my reactions, my art, my day-to-day conversation with people, either in person or online. So yes, I found important to share my views and my beliefs, but at the same time, because I actually want people to listen and consider that maybe there's something there that they could think about, I try not to be preachy. So sometimes I will give hints, but they will be more subtle, or when it comes to art, instead of like drawing specific stuff like, oh, see, that's tricky. I do not by any means think that it's bad to like like pretty clearly write some specific messages, catchphrases, hashtags that you see on the internet on your art. I don't think that's bad by any means, but I'm not sure that it fully works at sometimes at least. So instead of like saying it, I give hints throughout my art. Like I try to be inclusive in my when it comes to my art, and things like that. So yeah, I hope I answered the question, and I hope my English didn't fail me. I feel they did. I'm sure I could express myself better in Greek when it comes to this specific matter. But oh well, it is what it is. Okay, lovely. Next question. What The Walking Dead spin-off are you gonna watch after? So, that's a tricky question because I'm quite ahead on my Patreon actually, and I already started watching The Walking Dead spin-offs. I already watched The Ones Who Live, and now I'm reacting to Fear the Walking Dead. I will probably react to most, if not all, The Walking Dead spin-offs, but unfortunately not all of them will land on YouTube. Guys, this is not in order to get traction on my Patreon, that is not the case. It's just if I do post on YouTube all of The Walking Dead reactions from all the spin-offs, for the next 5 years, my channel will be utterly consumed by The Walking Dead, and I will never be able to branch out of it. That's one reason. And second, those spin-offs are not that popular. So I don't see the point to like editing and posting on YouTube the spin-offs for years and people will barely watch them. It's a waste of time for me. So I'm not gonna post all of the spin-offs on YouTube, guys. I am sorry. If I change my mind, I will let you know. That is it. Next question. What's your favorite lunch and dinner meal? Lunch. I eat very light lunches because when I eat a lot, like I feel kind of sleepy, and it makes it a tad difficult to work throughout the day. So usually my lunch is like an elaborate breakfast, guys. And my favorite, I would say it's like something simple, like a nice sandwich with pesto, mozzarella, some salami and stuff like that. And my favorite dinner meal by far is my comfort meal, which is pasta. Any pasta. Anything. So basically carbs on carbs on carbs. Okay, another film question. What's your 5 favorite films? Fuck me, I'm gonna open my list here with most of the films I watched, because that's gonna be insanely difficult to decide. My god, it's gonna be so difficult to answer that question. In random order, my top favorite films are Midnight in Paris. I love it. It is not the best film I watched by any means, but for many reasons, for me, it's one of my favorites. I rewatched it so many times. I love the concept of time traveling, and this is a very sweet film as well. Like, I love it. So yes, Midnight in Paris is one of them. Girl Interrupted is another one, as I already told you. Guys, so many options. I can't decide. I'm losing my mind here. Okay, I think I must include Crimson Peak. It ticks all the boxes for me, y'all. Again, I'm pretty sure that after I finish filming this video, I will think 10 more movies that probably are more suitable to be in my top 5, but right now, Crimson Peak spoke to me. I love everything about it. I am actually also a big Marvel fan. Yes, I do enjoy cheesy superhero shit actually. I'm not gonna choose a movie. I'm just gonna tell you like the whole MCU. And we have one more spot left. Boy oh boy, how do I guys, I can't decide. Like I'm literally looking at my at the list with most of the films I watch, and I want to include like a bunch of them. That is like so many amazing films that I absolutely love are here. Like The Imitation Game, Elephant Man, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Lord of the Rings, The Godfather. How do I decide? Those questions are killing me actually. You know what? I'm gonna go with Godfather, the first movie. I haven't rewatched it for many years actually, but when I first discovered that film, let me tell you guys, the amount of times I watched the first film, the first Godfather film, are countless. I don't know. So I feel obligated to include it in my top 5 favorite films. Okay, I actually somehow managed to answer that as well. So next question. Will you ever try the Walking Dead game by Telltale Games? It's a great story. Yes. And I could stream it on Twitch as well. Let me know if you want to see that. If you don't, I can just play it in my own free time. But yes, I would absolutely try that. Guys, okay, the next question, okay, very interesting question. It made me think when I first read that question. So the question is, if you had one wish, what would it be? Guys, it's gonna be very vain, and I'm sorry if I disappoint, but I'm not gonna elaborate much as to why, but my wish would be that eternal life, no one dies. That could mean that, yeah, either no one dies or that an afterlife actually exists. I do not believe in the concept of afterlife, and I'm not religious as well. So my wish would be that I'm wrong, that there is an afterlife, or if not, just no one dies. That's my wish. Sorry, it's not word peace. Next question, goals in life. I'm not gonna give you realistic goals here. I'm gonna give you like the dream, the thing I want to do in my life. Goals in life: be happy, be healthy, own my own house, a little cottage in the middle of preferably nowhere, with lots of plants and chickens and cats and dogs running outside, having my own crops. I sound like a trad wife, but that's not the case. It's just I like the village life. Anyway, with a family that doesn't mean necessarily children, but the concept of a family. It could be boyfriend, friends, animals, whatever anyone considers a family. Travel the world, be able to fully, comfortably live from YouTube, but at the same time, I want to at some point I want to be like a full-time artist as well. Like, if I could do both and end up with like my dream cottage and my family all being happy and healthy, that's my goal. That is just it. That's it. Oh, and like if you want insanely unrealistic, I want to own a castle. That's it. Okay, favorite movie genre. If I could choose only one, I'd say drama, but if I could choose, I'd say drama and fantasy. Next question, favorite sports. Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of sports, but I could watch, and I used to watch ice skating and football. But yeah, not the biggest sports fan here, guys. Top 5 favorite TV shows. You are killing me, Mary. You are killing me. Okay, I'll try to do it quickly. The first 5 that pops into my mind are The Walking Dead, Arcane, Outlander. It's getting difficult again. We are running out of spots. Game of Thrones. And honestly, I'm between The Last Kingdom, Vikings, Annie with an E, Friends. No, never mind those. Interview with a Vampire. Guys, yes, there's a show. There is a show. Go watch this show! Please! Yes, those are my top 5, I think. Yeah, okay, this question. Buckle up, y'all. Rank all the Walking Dead villains from worst to best. Okay, listen to me. I'm gonna do, I think, at least, hopefully, I will do at some point many ranking videos when it comes to Walking Dead seasons, villains, favorite character, everything. So I won't go in depth and I won't think about it too much, but I'll still rank them. And some people won't like my ranking. I can feel it already. Let me just refresh my memory. I have all the villains in front of me. A side note, right now that I'm filming this video, I'm on season 9 on YouTube. So I'm gonna stick to up to season 9 when it comes to villains and antagonists. I'm gonna include those. And we're going from worst to best. Okay. Worst, I'm gonna choose Dawn and the hospital group. I barely consider her a villain. Not very interesting storyline as well, so she's gonna go in the bottom. After that, I'm gonna actually go with Jadis and the Scavengers. Again, they didn't really feel like villains, and I wasn't fully vibing with them as well. not while they were in their villain era anyway, so I think it's a fitting spot. After that, it's gonna be the wolves actually. And normally I would put it as my least favorite, but because the other two are not like fully villains in my books, that's why they got the worst spots. So yes, the wolves, I did not like them. I think they were very plainly written. I had many problems with the Alpha Wolf character as well and his character development. I did not enjoy the wolves. Very, yes, nihilistic. I love me some nihilism, but not depth really. Nothing much, in my humble opinion. Then I will go with the Claimers. Yes, they were villains. Well written, short lived, yes, but well written. Bad people, very bad people. So I think that's a fitting spot somewhere in the middle. Then I would go with Terminus Cannibals. Very interesting villains, actually. I like the reason behind why they became cannibals. I liked how they tricked me at first, thinking that they were actually good people. Pretty good villains, guys. Pretty good villains. And then it gets difficult. The villains we have left right now is Shane, the governor, and Negan. People, I think, are gonna lose their minds right now. Oh my god, I'm scared to say it. Let's look at it from a different perspective. My top 3 villains are Shane, the governor, and Negan. Okay, the third place I would give to Negan. Not the first, not the second. Negan has the third place. I'm sure you're writing hating comments right now. That's fine. I will delete them later. Third place is Negan. Second place is the governor. And first spot goes to Shane. But I won't elaborate at all about that. I will keep it for my ranking video, thank you. For anyone that's still here and haven't left after this ranking, we can go to the next question. How young are you? I'm 32. I'm 32. That's it. I'm sad again. Have you seen Daredevil? Will you watch it on Patreon? I have watched Daredevil, I'm afraid. I fucking love Daredevil. I watched both the original series and the Daredevil Born Again, but I watched the first season of Daredevil Born Again before I started my YouTube channel. Just before, like a month before. But I haven't watched the second one. And I was debating to maybe actually react to it. But it's a bit unorthodox to react to a series that you already started. I don't know if it's too weird to just start from season 2. I don't know if people want to say that, but please let me know. Like, I haven't decided yet. And that's why I haven't watched the second season of Daredevil Born Again yet. So let me know in the comments, would you like me to react to it? Or because I watched already the first season, you don't want me to just start the reaction from season 2? Let me know, please. What do you think about your Spanish subs? Love them. Greek and Spanish people are like cousins. Like, come on, of course. I've been to Spain as well. Fucking loved it. I could easily live there. The food, the people, the vibes. Immaculate. Next question. When you gonna react to Fantastic Four First Steps? I reacted to that already months ago. It's on Patreon. It hasn't landed on YouTube yet. I am so very sorry. I already post 3 reactions per week. This already like so many hours of editing. And a movie takes so much time to edit. It's like 2 more episodes plus more strict copyright. So it's just a lot of work and I keep postponing it. But you'd happy to know that I'm actually currently editing, finally, Fantastic Four The First Steps. So it's gonna land on YouTube pretty soon. Maybe even before this video lands on YouTube, actually. Next question. What made you get into reactions? Are there other reaction channels you watch? Absolutely, I watch reaction for many years now. I started watching very sporadically reactions when I came to the UK, I believe, after the first year or 2 when I first moved in the UK. And I think because I was kind of lonely. And my friends weren't nearby, so I couldn't just do a movie marathon with my friends and watch their reaction and they watch my reaction. So when I was watching something, I felt like I needed some kind of company and like to see how other people would feel about my favorite film or favorite episode of X season or whatnot. But I started very sporadically, and I started with One Piece reactions when it got the anime, not the the live action, and RuPaul's Drag Race. That was my gateway to reactions, and it escalated during COVID. Like that was my joy. It kept me sane during COVID. Like the reactions kept me sane during COVID, and I watched reactions since then. I watched many reaction channels the past like 5 years, but I actually ended up stopping watching quite a few of them because I realized that there's a very specific kind of reaction that I crave, and that's it. Like I prefer more the reactors that get very invested. They review, they talk a lot. But at the beginning, I used to watch those very famous reactors. I'm not gonna drop names, that they just do expressions and just say a couple of lines here and there. And that is absolutely fine. Again, I used to watch that, but I decided that it's not entirely my vibe. I'm gonna put on my screen my two absolute favorite reaction channels. One is Don't Trust Hannah. I freaking love this girl. Like, if you don't know her, please go watch her. But she's quite famous. Like, I'm sure most of you know her. And the other one, I will attempt to pronounce it, is Bridgetko. Bridgetko. I don't know the pronunciation because they never mention the name of the channel, just their names. But they are, they are my favorite online couple. Literally, they are the sweetest. Like, I love their edits, their vibes, their humor, their characters, their beliefs, like the shows and series that they watch. Those two channels are my absolute favorite. If you for some reason haven't checked them already, please go and check them. Next one. Are you souffle? Because you make my heart rise, lol. That's my boyfriend, y'all. That's my boy. That I'm not gonna answer that. I wanted to include that. I hope you're embarrassed. Okay, the next question is, what movies and shows had you already seen and liked? I can't answer that already. I can't possibly list all the films and series I watched, but I gave you, I think, a good example when it comes to like what's my favorite shows and films, but because that's not like a top 3 or top 5 kind of question, I can tell you more films and movies that I like. Apart from the ones I mentioned already, some others that I love are The Boys, Death Becomes Her, Only Lovers Left Alive, The Essex Serpent, Annie with an E, Fleabag. I love the Harry Potter franchise, truth be told, no, very basic, and Lord of the Rings as well. The War Horse, Paris is Burning. It's not a film exactly, it's a kind of documentary, but I will include it because I love it. Pose. Those are just some examples of films and series that I watched and really liked. Okay, that is not exactly a question. It's a very sweet comment that I will include. It says, I saw The Walking Dead many times and seeing it again with you, it's very nice. Your reactions are great. That's all. Thank you. You know, comments like this just warm my heart, guys. It's way more important than that you may think. You know, when you expose yourself online, you are prepared to get some very mean comments. So when I get positive comments like that, it helped me forget all the negativity and shit like that. So thank you for everyone that left me a kind comment. Thank you. Where are you from? I'm from Greece. I believe I answered that already, but I live in the UK for the past 7-8 years. Okay, my question is not TV show or movie related. My question is, do you miss Greece at all? No. Everyone thinks that I'm crazy that I live in the UK instead of Greece, and it's not just because of the economical and political situation that I don't want to live there. It's also because I'm not gonna make it heavy. I'm just gonna tell you that some of the worst things that happened to me while I was living in Greece, and my brain just associated Greece with just negativity. I'm afraid I can't enjoy Greece very much. I just go there to see family and friends. That's it. No, I do not miss Greece at all, actually. That's an interesting question that also made me think. So, what do you think would be your most missed aspect of life if stuck in the world of The Walking Dead? It actually wouldn't be an object necessarily. It would be a feeling of safety, a feeling of home, because I associate home with safety, and I know I wouldn't feel safe in any home if I was in the Walking Dead universe, no matter how safe it was, or like even if it was like 45 in the middle of nowhere, I still wouldn't feel safe. And if I don't feel safe, I don't feel the sense of home. So what I would miss the most would be home slash the sense of safety. This question cracked me up so much. I find it hilarious. I don't know if it's a serious question or not, but I find it hilarious. How old were you when you found out you were Greek? I, I always knew I was Greek. I was born and raised in Greece by a Greek father. Like I always knew. Sometimes I wish I wouldn't know. But yes, no, I always knew I was Greek. I love that question. Thank you, by the way. It cracked me up. Okay, next question. I see you like vampires. Have you seen Buffy or 30 Days of Night? No and no, actually. Surprisingly, no, I am surprised myself. I watch many vampire-related stuff, but not those two actually. But I'm pretty open to watch them. I just favorite Walking Dead character by far, Herschel. I know you thought I'm gonna say Daryl, but no, I'm gonna elaborate in a longer video. My favorite character by far is Herschel. Another question is, will you watch any horror movies on your YouTube channel, sorry? Like The Terrifier, Purge, and more. Yes, yes, and yes. Definitely. So how it works, I do polls on my Patreon with the most recommended films and series, and people choose what I'm gonna watch next. And simply, people don't usually choose horror. That's why you don't see much horror on my channel. But yeah, I would be down for it, absolutely. What is the next series you want to react to? I'm not gonna include the ones that I already started watching on Patreon, which is like The Walking Dead spin-offs and The Boys spin-offs. I think the next series that I want to react to is Breaking Bad. It's the most requested one. I know it's gonna be good because, well, it's a very highly praised series. People that I know and watched it, they loved it. They all recommended it to me. So that actually could be the next big thing I'm gonna watch in my channel. Let me know again in the comments if you want me to react to Breaking Bad. Did we finish? Finally, 57 minutes. I think, did I answer everything? Let me double check. Yes. Finished, only 1 hour. I hope with editing I can make it like 30 minutes tops. Oh my god, I won't be able. I am sorry, this is gonna be a longest video. I am sorry, y'all. I genuinely tried to keep it short, but I wanted to answer all the questions, guys. Like, I didn't want to skip any question. If I skipped a question, it would be because I somehow missed it. If it was like a question on my Patreon or YouTube, I may miss it because the main platform I used for people to submit the questions was Instagram. But I hope I included everything. I didn't miss anything. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I had so much fun doing that. And I guess if you have more questions for me, I can do one more in the future. But yeah, guys, if you like the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I also have a Patreon, check that in the description. Is that appropriate to say in a Q&A video to talk about my Patreon? No, I don't. Why should I? This is not... Oh, don't even like. Don't like. It's fine. It is fine. Don't like, don't subscribe. It is okay. This video wasn't made in order to get subscribers or anything like that. It was for you to get to know me a little bit better. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna see you in the next one. Until then, it's Stop and mwah!